Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. Today's video is my Premier League predictions. As you can see on your screen right now, we've got a webcam. I've invested in a webcam for the new season. The background behind me is just a generic background, which will change all the time depending where I am. As you guys know, I like to move around when I'm doing my video. So Premier League predictions today, and I hope you do enjoy sort of seeing me on the screen. Maybe it's better for you guys than just hearing me speak. So we're going to go through the top 20, of course, the 20 teams in the Premier League, top 20. Starting from the bottom to the top, of course you guys can see them all on screen right now. So starting with the bottom three, I've gone with Bournemouth to relegated because they're basically Norwich, aren't they? They're going to come up and go straight back down, terrible side. Everton because poor investment, the side looks horrible. I mean, James Tarkowski, Dwight McNeil, they're signing all the relegated players. And Brentford, I do believe they'll have a bit of a Sheffield United sort of season. Sheffield United were really good in their first season in the Premier League. Second season they got figured out, and I do believe Brentford will be that without Christian Eriksen, of course, now as well. And I do believe Fulham, with some good investment, and Nottingham Forest will scrape it for this season, but next season they might be in trouble. As for the next side that make up the bottom 10, we've gone for Leeds United. Losing Calvin Phillips is going to be big for them. Brighton, losing Marc Cucurella is going to be massive for them. Also, Leicester City, who look to be having a really poor transfer window. I can't even name a player they have signed. They look to lose Sumare, who's been a poor investment. Schmeichel, who's going to OGC Nice. And perhaps Fofana and Maddison off to Chelsea and Newcastle as well. That would be bad for them. Then Villa, who people tend to put Villa much higher. I just don't believe they're that good. Gerrard hasn't really turned them around. Yes, they've signed some good players. Diego Carlos is good, okay. Kamara is good, okay. I just don't think they're going to be the difference makers for Villa, and I just don't see them doing really well this season. The same goes to Wolves, just an average side really in the Premier League. Then the three sides that get into the top 10, 8th, 9th and 10th position are Southampton, Newcastle and Crystal Palace. One of those will be our surprise team this season. All invested well, all on the right path. Palace, Newcastle and Southampton. Southampton signed some of the best young players from around the Premier League. Newcastle investing well with the likes of Nick Pope, perhaps James Maddison or Lucas Paqueta. They brought in Sven Botman, Matt Targett, improving that side constantly. And Crystal Palace have got Eze, Elise, Zaha, all looking to be firing this season. In 7th place, I have gone with Manchester United. I do think they'll have another rocky season. Erik ten Hag, I do believe, will turn things around for Manchester United. It's just not going to happen straight away, and I do think they will take some time to adapt to a new style of play, especially with players who can't really play the way Ten Hag wants them to play. West Ham United are having a really good transfer window. Gianluca Scamacca is a game changer for them, and the likes of Kostic from Frankfurt, who looks to be arriving, or Nana as well from Lille, they could be in a real good situation. Aguard as well from, I think it was Rennes. They look fantastic, West Ham. And David Moyes has done a really good job there, hasn't he? A surprise one in 5th place, they've gone with Chelsea. If you remember Frank Lampard, when he took over from Chelsea in the second season, they made a lot of investment. They brought in the likes of Werner, Havertz, Thiago Silva, Chilwell, and Chelsea were terrible. There was too many new players in the team. It looks like Chelsea could spend 250, 300 million this summer on the likes of Raheem Sterling, Kalidou Koulibaly, still looking to bring in 2 more centre-backs, Kyle Walker-Peters, Fofana, Cucurella. Do they need all these players? I'm not quite sure, and I think that will be a problem for Chelsea. I do predict Thomas Tuchel might be one of the first managers sacked, sorry. Spurs, Conte, 4th position. Not the best to win, I think the most overrated transfer window of them all. Ivan Perisic, Richarlison, don't think the game changed, but Harry Kane and Son surely will be on form. Conte's back 5 working well. They will do really good this season. They could even be title challengers. 3rd place, Arsenal, really good investment. Time for Arteta to show what he can create at Arsenal. I do believe they could be surprising us all and get 3rd place. Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, what wonderful additions they are. Jesus looks really up for it in pre-season for Arsenal. On to the top 2, and some of you City fans, it's hard for me to say, it's hard for me to predict this, but from looking at the Charity Shield and way City are at the moment, the way they are, no real directness on the wings, no pacing behind, no runners. Defensively, Ake and Diaz, can't see them together for a lot of the season. Only 2 senior fullbacks in the whole squad. Light in midfield, possibly as well. I just believe this year could be Liverpool's year once again. Liverpool Premier League champions, Manchester City in 2nd place. Maybe an 18-19 season. Missing out on Marc Cucurella could be massively bad for Manchester City this season. On for my predictions for things around the season, and I've gone with predicted top goal scorer in the league, Harry Kane. I think he will outscore Erling Haaland. Haaland will take some time to adapt. Harry Kane will be brilliant. Him and Son are going to be firing together again. I've gone for player of the season, another Englishman, and a Manchester City player, Phil Foden, looked electric when he came on the Community Shield, changed the game. How many goals and assists do you think he'll get this season? I think he's going to be the standout player in the Premier League season, along with possibly a Kevin De Bruyne, perhaps a Jadon Sancho at United, who actually looks to be starting to play the way he wants to, even though I have predicted United down in 7th. Then we go on to sign of the season. I've gone with Gavin Bazunu of Southampton, formerly of Manchester City. I do believe he's going to be a top quality goalkeeper. Come the end of the season, I do think we'll be saying, you know what, Gavin Bazunu is one of the best goalkeepers in the league. And then finally, surprise team of the season. It could have been Palace, could have been Southampton. I've gone with Newcastle. Good investment. They'll continue to invest. And over the next few seasons, I do believe we'll see Newcastle perhaps get into a Champions League spot. They are the new Manchester City, aren't they? Now, you can join our Premier League, Fantasy Premier League. Have a look in our community tab for the link. Click on that. We've got 40 odd people joined at the moment, which is absolutely fantastic. And there's lots of new content coming on the channel for this new season. You can also join the We Are City membership club, bronze, silver and gold. At the moment, if you're a bronze, silver or gold member, you get exclusive Manchester City career mode content. Of course, we've got the Newcastle United career mode going out at the moment, and a couple of series starting once the season gets underway and the transfer window is over. And of course, the webcam now. You guys can see us on the webcam. It's been great to finally be a bit more face-to-face with you guys. I know you guys, I think, will like this a little bit more personal, isn't it, than just my voice. We'll see you guys next time.